Today's class is on transferred epithet or hypallage. Okay, transferred epithet or hypallage. First of all, we need to know the meaning. Okay, the first word is transferred. Transferred means it will be shifted from one thing to another, or one word to another. And epithet means adjective. So this rhetoric or this figure of speech deals with the transfer of the adjective from one place to another within the same line. Okay, so here an epithet is transferred from the proper subject to an accompanying thing. মানে যেই জিনিসটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি বিলং করে, যে বস্তুটা বা যে বিষয়বস্তুটার সাথে, যে নামের সাথে অ্যাকচুয়ালি বিলং করে, ওই অ্যাডজেক্টিভটা সেটার আগে না বসিয়ে অন্য জায়গায় শিফট করা হবে বা শিফট করা হয়, সেটাকেই ট্রান্সফার্ড এপিথেট বলে। ওকে, সো ইন দিস ফিগার অফ স্পিচ an epithet or a qualifying adjective which properly belongs to one word is transferred to another, okay, with which it is closely associated within the sentence. Okay, this figure of speech refers to the shifting or the transfer of an epithet from its proper subject to another one which is associated with it. Clear? This transfer is a result of the mental operation of the writer or the speaker. Okay, so what we see over here is that যে অ্যাডজেক্টিভটা যার সাথে বসার কথা, যার সাথে ইউজ করার কথা, সেইখানটায় না বসিয়ে অন্য জায়গায় ট্রান্সফার হয়ে যাচ্ছে। অ্যান্ড ইউ হ্যাভ টু ফাইন্ড দ্যাট, ইউ হ্যাভ টু ফাইন্ড to which it actually belongs to. When you have to find the rhetorics, or when you have to explain the rhetorics from the passage of your exam, what you have to do? You have to explain to which word or to which subject this adjective actually belongs to. Okay, that is the main purpose. So in this transferred epithet, an adjective or an epithet is transferred from the subject to which properly belongs to another associated with it. Okay, it should be noted over here that the epithet is generally transferred from the proper subject to those which are inanimate or abstract. Okay, inanimate means non-living thing. Okay, in most of the cases, what we find that this epithet is shifted from the real or the main subject or the proper subject to an inanimate object, or in front of an inanimate object or an abstract idea. Clear? যার সাথে তার অ্যাকচুয়াল কোনো লিঙ্ক থাকলেও কিন্তু সেটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি ওখানটা বিলং করে না। Okay, if I give you an example, you will clearly understand. They marched a weary way. They marched, M-A-R-C-H-E-D, marched a weary way. So what we see over here is that there the way is described as the way means rasta. Okay, way means road. The way is described as weary মানে হচ্ছে ক্লান্ত। Okay, tired. Okay, so can a way be tired? একটা way কি কখনো weary হতে পারে? Can a way be weary? Obviously not. Okay, it cannot be weary, right? So what we find over here is that this way is actually not weary, but the persons who are walking on this way are weary. The persons are tired. Okay, they marched a weary way. That means through their journey, these persons who are walking are actually tired. Clear? So what we find, the the adjective wary should have been placed before they, the travelers, the people who are marching, the soldiers. Who they might be, we do not know. Okay, so wary actually belongs to they, THEY, but it is shifted to what? It is shifted to way, WAY. Clear? Understood? Similarly, a sleepless pillow. Okay, a sleepless pillow contains an epithet sleepless. Okay, but the epithet is not appropriate to the noun pillow. Okay, can a pillow be sleepless? এটা তো inanimate object. Pillow কি sleepless হতে পারে? So what we find here is that this sleepless epithet does not belong to the noun pillow, for sleepless is not the pillow but the person who is lying on that pillow. Okay, it is not the pillow who is sleepless or what is sleepless, it is the person who is sleeping on that pillow is sleepless. Clear? So the epithet sleepless, which is applicable to the man or the woman, is transferred to the noun pillow. Clear? And a relation, however, exists between the man and the pillow, as the person who is sleepless is lying on that pillow. Okay, understood? So যেরকম বললাম যে একটা লিঙ্ক থাকতে হবে, একটা অ্যাকম্পানিং থিং থাকতে হবে, সেটা কানেকশন থাকতে হবে, অ্যাসোসিয়েশন থাকতে হবে. We find here is that there is this association between what? Association between the pillow and the man. And as I have told you in my first class on which is recorded as simile and metaphor explained and everything, we have figures based on association, and transferred epithet falls under that category. Clear? Based on association. So this is an instant of transferred epithet because a relation is there between the man or the person and the pillow, and the person is actually sleepless, and the adjective sleepless is transferred from the person to the pillow, which is an inanimate object. Clear? Also, in the beginning of my class, I have said that the transferred epithet is also called hypallage, Hypallage. Okay, it is also designated as hypallage because this word in Greek, okay, this is a Greek word which means interchange. Okay, hypallage in Greece or in Greek language means interchange. So the implication is the interchange of the position of words. Okay, position of words from one place to another, right? And that is why this is also called hypallage. Clear? These things you need to remember the examples. I am also giving you some more examples. The scorn delight and live laborious days. Okay, so to scorn delight and live laborious days. Okay, not live, live. So the days are reflected as, or the days are ascribed as laborious. Okay, but are the days laborious? Day গুলো কি হচ্ছে ক্লান্তি সুলভ, সেগুলো কি হয়? But what it is actually, the person who are working, যে মানুষগুলো হচ্ছে খাটছে, যে মানুষগুলো হচ্ছে কাজ করছে, সেই মানুষগুলো হচ্ছে কষ্ট করছে, তারা হচ্ছে laborious. Clear? Similarly, to find ourselves in dishonorable graves. Clear? Similarly, dishonorable, the graves are not dishonorable, but the people who are within that grave are dishonorable. তাহলে ট্রান্সফার্ড হচ্ছে তো, to find ourselves dishonorable graves, আমাদের dishonorable graves গুলো হচ্ছে পাবো. Clear? So the dishonorable does not belong to the graves but the person who lies within that graves. Clear? With patient angle trolls the finny deep. Okay, patient angle here refers to the fishing rod or the rod or the ছিপ যেটাকে বলে, any instrument through which fish is being hunted. Okay, so the angle is being referred to as patient. Okay, but it is not the angle which is patient, but the person who is holding the angle is patient. Okay, সে ধীর স্থির কে, ধীর স্থির হচ্ছে মানুষটা, তবেই তো অ্যাঙ্গেলটা হচ্ছে পেশেন্ট থাকবে। Clear? So these are the epithets which are examples of transferred epithet, and we can easily see that the adjective or the epithet is transferred from one thing to another. The essential marks of transferred epithet are, can be said that number 1, the epithet is transferred. Okay, number 2, the epithet is transferred from its proper subject to another accompanying subject or accompanying thing. The proper number 3 will be the proper subject and the accompanying thing are associated in the mind of the speaker or the author. Okay, so as it is based on figures of association, figures of speech based on association, so the third point is also important. Okay, না হলে কার সাথে কার লিঙ্ক করবে, কার সাথে কার হচ্ছে বন্ডিং ধরবে, ঠিক আছে? So number 1, epithet is transferred from proper subject to accompanying thing, which will be inanimate or abstract thing. The third point is the proper subject যেটা রয়েছে, the proper subject and the accompanying thing should be associated, okay, or are associated in the mind of the speaker or the author. The association is not clearly mentioned. Okay, for example, as I said, the first example, they marched a weary way. Okay, they marched a weary way, they marching on the way, there is this relation, there is this association, okay, through that marching. Clear? Another example that will help you is that very common example, the plowman homeward plods his weary way. Okay, so this is how you have to write. If these lines come, if this line comes in your exam, how you have to write? Yes, you identify that this is an example of transferred epithet, then you have to explain that. How? In a transferred epithet, an epithet is transferred from the word to which it belongs properly to another associated word with it in the mind of the speaker or the author. In this case, in this line, the epithet weary, which properly belongs to the noun plowman, is transferred to way. Okay, the word way. The noun way is associated with the plowman who plods over it. Okay, plowman হচ্ছে যে চাষাবাদ করে, সে তো actually weary. Okay, the person who is working on the field is actually weary. Okay, the plowman who is trotting on the path, who is walking on the path on that way is actually weary, সে হচ্ছে ক্লান্ত. Clear? So these are the examples of transferred epithet. You can find several other examples by reading through different books and different poems, which will be helpful for you in understanding. Okay.